Well, on track for map 3, it's train. Started off with a pun. Why not?
Why not?
Oh, look at that. Some Reservoir Dog stuff right there. That's how you know our producers went to film school.
Oh yeah, let's go. Good flick.
So what are we looking for? The desk brought So the desk brought up where are you going to put some of the solo players on the inside? Is it going to be the young guns that play aggressive? Is it going to be the experienced players that post up on these difficult positions? We might not find that out in the pistol, but let's get into it. TSM starting on T side, NRG, the CTs.
So you just have one rotator that's going to be playing inside and outside, and then one person dedicated. And we should see the same people playing in those positions right now. And here we have them kind of one in front of Pop Dog and one back at Z on a fast rotate. But after ladder control is taken by TSM, it looks like they're going to focus their attention on the other site.
So Twist working his way in. We'll make that first contact. Gob B just with the nade out.
Ooh, hangs on to it. Good patience.
I didn't hear any more noise. And he backs so far away. I mean, he doesn't have that USP. He'll be in charge of watching the upper catwalk. The other man in the site with him right now.
This is a god angle where you can see the head of a terrorist, and there's no way they spot you. But
like, yeah, taking some initial contact. And, yep, there's Gob B. Call him God B, maybe, but no. Twist will take him down. And Legia in there a little bit aggressive, 4-on-4. He knows that these players are going to want to close the gap. The Glocks are working their way in, but he misses his man off of the fuel tanker. It's Twist pushing up. He's 1 kill. Actually, 2 on the round. He goes down. It's Justin that takes him out. Peter now looking to make this initial approach on the left. Silent and Justin working up on the right, and it's Silent to get the kill on Semphis. Now just FNS and Automatic here on the post plants. No Molotov to bounce off the doors you might see in later rounds, and Finesse is actually challenged, and he wins the duel up against Justin. Automatic gets one falling off a Pop Dog, and it's actually Silent to find the kill in Finesse. Can he stop this bomb plant? He does, and the player going up the ladder, it's Silent. He's just going to jump on down. He's got the kit. And the time is going to be very, very close. No, he does. Yes,
oh,
he
got it. Wow.
0.1 second remaining.
Jeez. It's all in the strafes.
Calculated.
It's all in the strafes. 100%. Shout out to KZ. Wow, that was a 0.1 seconds. If he wasn't cutting air to get to that bomb plant, I mean, going up the ladder was such a crazy decision. I mean, he could have tried to cover Peter, and it would have maybe been a more 50-50 scenario. He's like, I can catch this player off guard, and even that's a risk, but ends up getting the frag and the defuse, and they put the round on the board. That's all that matters.
Good thing he didn't take any damage, because then he would have just cratered on the way back down. Got the kill unscathed. Hops back down, and we've got Gob B with pretty much his favorite weapon from the looks of it these days, that UMP. Playing close, he'll throw up a flash. He's going to push behind it. Looks like he will. It actually gets them all moving, and the double peek comes straight away. The flash, maybe Gob B's enemy right there, and Automatic does actually have an AK because the bomb went down, right? Some people not buying armor, dropping AKs instead to the players who then buy the armor. So great buying decisions here from TSM. It's got themselves a plant. The Deagle rings out on Semphis. That's another kill. They've got a 4-on-2 post plant. Peter with a scout.
It's time to cut your losses. This isn't a round that you're likely going to win. So, some damage done, however. Peter looking to tag the teammate on TSM who was hurt, but FNS on the big flank to secure the round. And also make it really hard for Peter to try to escape now. 4 HP, and he goes down. That's a round converted for TSM after they identify Gob B, double peek him off the flash that he threw. Kind of poked the bear on that one.
And this should keep NRG off of the strong start on the CT side. Garrett was saying if they got out early, maybe they just run away with it. And now, that's worst case. You lost the pistol, and then you got bought up on, and you lost. So the economy is in turmoil. And I mean, I like this idea. Where the nade's going to go, though.
T-Con most likely.
T-Con, yeah, you would think.
But
so that'll be avoided.
Not going to be met by any enemies. Oh, I think they're actually delaying them, which is very interesting.
Well, one more's gone out from Legia, so 3 left.
Oh, I like this. Just a walk down 8 ramp. It's very uncommon to stack inner, like just in general. It seems like, well, if that's the case, then why don't people do it? Well, it's just because outside has so many more options for you, and there is a nade.
That was a landmine.
Wow, it's actually nade kills from the other team to come out.
You know what they say about a nade in the first act, right?
A nade in the first act?
Yeah. You're not aware of that?
What do they say?
What, like a gun in the first act of a play generally means it's going to fire later. So it's like...
Foreshadowing.
I don't know. I'm sure production understood it. Film school and all.
I feel you, dog.
Thank you. So Automatic grabs 2. Nice nade kills. Fun stuff. And a quick 2-1 for NRG. Someone's phone ringing.
Yeah, I do hear that too.
I hear an iPhone. It's probably all the players' phones are taken from them, and they're actually sitting below us, so I think someone might be calling them. Like, yo, they weren't in B.
Phone a friend. We need lifelines in this game.
I mean, pauses have been a start to that. 4 nades again for NRG, and they are stacked once more onto this outer site. This time TSM, they don't really care. They're probably aware they're running into it. The nades are starting to go out. It's got some players low, but it's TSM quick and decisive in the outer yard.
We see this all the time in their ecos where everyone gets hurt, but like no one dies. And NRG don't manage to do any damage. Look at Sick, 10 KL already after that. Converting the second round and then coming back, getting those, making the most of the eco rounds that they went up against NRG with, and have put together quite the economy. A rough buy right here from NRG. Like no head armor, Peter, just the op. I mean, they have all the guns they want. They do have a lot of nades as well. And I guess it's just it just shows that they've bought to zero by the fact that they couldn't afford the extra 350 to put together a head armor buy. Doesn't mean much more than that, however. A lot of guns here will ignore that fact.
So we do have Gob B, again, the seasoned veteran, playing inside for NRG on their CT side. Might actually have to deal with Semphis, who's working around those stairs with his AK. The rest of TSM just holding back in the white halls, making sure no one comes up the ladder.
It's just what they were discussing on the desk, you know, putting a very experienced player solo inner. He's the man who's just going to make the best decisions possible, and that's kind of what you need to stay alive more than anything else, above all else. And there's Gob, get that info, fall off. A lot of damage done to Sick.
Yeah, they came earlier in the round, though. And TSM have got themselves in a position. I mean, they've got they're the ones with full utility, full smokes, Molotovs, flashes, throwing everything into the site now. Gob B, oh my gosh, nearly had 2, but kind of caught with the smoke in his hands. Peter, he will have 2, and that's with the op. Rotating in through Z, and
wow.
What a third shot onto Sick. Finesse is going to take him out. He's got 2 on the round, but he's so low, and Legia, he brings him down now just to defuse the bomb.
Holy.
Holy, don't get fired again.
Holy moly.
Wonders.
Holy moly.
3-strike policy here, and you've already got 1.
That second kill from Peter, man, crucial. Critical frag.
I swear he was moving.
Nah. The thing is, your model moves after you press your buttons. I hate when people are like, oh, that guy was running. It's like, okay, you can't, there's no way you would know if he was running or not, because as soon as you counter strafe, you're fully accurate, so it doesn't really matter if the model's moving.
Yeah.
Anyone who's disciplined is typically gonna stop before they shoot. It's just second nature.
So NRG get themselves another rifle round off of that round win. It wasn't enough, of course, to knock TSM out of it. They will have essentially a full buy. Molotov to push Peter back. Finesse flashed actually by a teammate, but working his way into the box halls here. Peter is working alone. He actually will go back and post up on the angle, so he gets a lot of information. He knows that no one is in those hallways, and that is not a flash, Semphis.
He used the wrong click. There was a 50-50 on that click, and he came up short.
Looks like a 1 smoke, I think, either set to the bomb train or maybe back green is being thrown out through the windows in the white halls. Sick will just bounce out a flash. That gets him over to electrical box. Look at Legia, though, maybe in the pivotal position up there in CT Sky, and yes, he is. He comes away with the first kill. Justin, off the back of green, finds automatic. Twist trying to bring down Legia. Does find him, and that spray control, though. Finds the headshot, turns onto Justin, but can't win the battle there. Op shot from Semphis through a sliver, actually through the trains to the face,
wow.
But it won't matter.
Nope, it doesn't. I was just talking to Uber outside, and he believed that NRG were most likely going to win this. He said he stole a lot of their T-side stuff, right?
Yeah.
That outer take that we saw them use versus Liquid at DreamHack Austin. And I guess the real fear for Solomid is not putting together a suitable T-side themselves, because, yeah, they could look forward to CT. Maybe they have something that NRG aren't prepared for, but if they don't get enough T rounds, then maybe they don't give themselves enough outs to adapt to what NRG might have in store for them.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely know. We've seen Selfless run that take so many times. NRG's, you would think, they're the originators. It might be even better. So their T-side should be terrifying. As still, another loss for TSM in the round, but money, they had a lot of it. So this is actually 3 rifle rounds in a row right now. And the bonus continues to build up, so TSM actually can probably just keep buying.
couple of the rounds that they've won, they've been able to walk down B ramp, catch Gob off guard. This is kind of an interesting angle where he could see right over the middle of the bomb train. Gives you a bit of cover and also a lot of info. Busting out the windows every single round is good measure, whether you want to use it or not. Don't want to have to late round force up an execute to outer and not have those windows blown out to telegraph your moves.
Sick. He's got out behind the blue train now, pushing up. The sandwich smoke is down there, covering him. Justin looking to peek off the right side of the train. Does. Finds automatic. Second time in a row, Justin's done that. Finds one more, even onto 6. Semphis is there with the trade. Twist is going to go down. Can't win the battle against Silent. That was over an Ivy. NRG 4-on-2 right now. Starting to get a footing here on their CT side once that economy built back up. And they had to work for it, that's for sure. Finesse trying to steal it away. Finds 2, actually. Certainly a kill Legia should have had. And then Semphis over... Actually, where was Semphis? He's also in the outer yard. He gets that kill, his second of the round. And now it's just Gob B. The round for NRG falling apart. And maybe just that one kill Legia couldn't have. Could have been the pivotal one.
Here are really important moments for TSM as they decide where they want to stand in this 2v1. A lot of time, but they haven't identified where Gob is coming from. If they're not mindful of this choke point, he might be given the first frag for free, and then a 1v1 could be the situation, though. It looks like FNS spotted him, does a lot of good damage, and Semphis comes up with a quick trade, and TSM win that round 2v4.
Yeah.
Not a round that you're supposed to give up as a CT, especially after everybody did such a good job getting the opening frag for their team.
And that's the CT side, right? They worked their way back there to fight against 3 rifle rounds in a row of TSM, and they were still somewhat close, competitive rounds. Economy not building for NRG, so 1 loss, and this is their round. Gabi with the Mag 7 and Kevlar and some other pistols. That's it.
Pretty much inexcusable, you know, for a team that spends so much time to make sure they don't make mistakes like that to give up all those kills, but good on TSM for finding the weaknesses, and Gabi pushing through inner with the Mag 7 is putting a lot of pressure on players right now. He's actually got 2.
6 seems like he just hit the panic switch right there, just holding down mouse 1, expecting Gabi to come around the corner. Gabi still hasn't been cleaned up. He's able to pick up an AK. Now jumping, Semphis nearly with a chance to get 2 of them.
Pete tried to catch him off guard. Not expecting the repeat to come out right away, and if it did, maybe just stick in an off angle with Cobb. 3 kills on the round, he's on for the ace.
Yeah.
A couple players from TSM are low. It could happen. Semphis missing a shot that he might regret. No automatic is right there to tether off him and save him, bail him out of the round.
Yeah, you can see Gabi was aware. He did look left to check to see if automatic was going to peek, but wasn't there. Then he went back to dealing with Semphis. Automatic slides in for the kill. So Gabi certainly made that round interesting when maybe it shouldn't have been, but that's TSM now up to 5 rounds on the T side.
NRG, only 3 to their name. Have just come off an eco that they almost won, or a force up or a half buy. Whatever the case may have been, Semphis missing a shot. Getting info on the op in Z, but that doesn't tell you much. Very good rotator spot. Oh, Legia now pushing in off of a flash is not good enough. Sick was playing anti-flash.
Now automatic going up on top of the blue train, dealing with 2 CTs actually.
Oh, FNS though has made this round very different. In spite of the man advantage, has so much information now, has the flank on a player here, has the ability to get more than 1 frag, and is looking for the first one, can find the second one as well. Silent goes down, and now there's only 1 person outside on the other side of the site. Can fully expect 3 people to be on A.
So Justin, they know where Gabi is. He just killed a man from the Z connector, and now Finesse has certainly confirmed it. Smokes and flashes going down. Gabi just going to push straight through it. He's so blind, and he was spotted. Looking the wrong way. Finesse will catch him, and that was all Finesse all day on that round. Sneaking out onto the site, shooting 1 man in the back, finding a kill quickly after that, and then grabbing the 3rd onto Gabi there.
Very fortunate to find his way up, but then capitalizing on top of it is just really big for them. You know, not a good start for NRG. A couple of rounds of man advantage lost that have resulted in saves, 2 in a row, in fact. 4 rounds total that'll go the way of Solomid because of it.
And that's the big kill, right? If he doesn't win Silent, then it's going to go right into a 2-on-2.
Exactly.
Automatic very quickly onto the blue trains. Once again, Gabi seems to love the Mag 7 and the UMP.
Well, a lot of good pistol kills coming out.
Oh, Justin, how is this happening? He's found 2. He's picked up a Mag 10. He probably still just keeps using the P250. Silent is going to surprise FNS somehow. on the T side of the map, and that's going to leave Twist with an op. Missing the shot onto Peter. He'll pull out the Glock. Again, these guys actually don't have armor, so the Glock's still kind of annoying, but wow, that's a round that TSM just shouldn't drop, but they do.
No, yeah, they went right into the outer stack. I mean, they decided to go fast. They, on a previous round, were able to get away with it, no problem. This round got shut down hard, and that's that would have been a, you know, I called it 4 rounds in a row that TSM should have gotten off of those 2 rifle rounds where they won with a man disadvantage, but instead they throw it away, and they also throw the economy back to NRG and are putting themselves in a position to force up. Smelling blood right now, but NRG didn't even really lose that many people last round.
Yeah, money is definitely in an interesting spot for both teams. Whoever wins may be rewarded with another round. Kind of hard to tell. The NRG do have a bit of money on a few players. As Semphis still with the op, the key player to watch, and one that was, you know, instructed to step up, I suppose, by the desk. He might be that key player. Legia trying to spray them down from the back of Pop Dog. He's found one already. Now pushing up on the other side. Great flash. That's a kill for free, or not. What? Finesse somehow winning that one. Justin making up for it now. Nade going to go in. And I heard the calls coming out, so they know that one's upper. Finesse, meanwhile, has gone rogue. He is out in A. I think Silent may have heard some noise.
Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. But he's going to be able to kill Semphis, most likely.
Yeah, Semphis starting to scope up into the back halls, so he gets caught off guard, and now it's Finesse all alone. Does have the bomb still.
They really need this plant, and they won't get it either. No, he thought that he wouldn't be able to do it. No. They move into this round almost certainly on a save. Really don't want to sit at 6 rounds after being so close to just winning a full eco. I mean, they're and then, you know, ultimately we look at TSM and they should be fortunate or feel fortunate to have the rounds they do, because the 2 rifle rounds they did win were again off of man disadvantages, rounds that that NRG should not have forfeited. So you wouldn't expect that in the future you're going to have many more opportunities like that. So either they come up with something new, or they capitalize on a mistake that NRG would definitely be kicking themselves for making.
And now we actually see the double op coming out. Silent, of course, an opera on his previous teams. Peter's going to get 1, then be brought down. 6 moved up so quickly. Now gets the op, but Legia going to jump over the crosshair to find out the trade. Automatic looking to get the P250 over the A bomb train. Fighting 2 players now in the Z connector. Just Automatic and Semphis. The smoke has been picked up, so Molotovs to be extinguished, and Automatic not looking for just a plant. He's trying to extend this round. He got an AK, but can do nothing with it. Legia taking him down from behind.
Seeing an opportunity to win, but not able to capitalize. A lot of good kills come out. Ultimately, NRG are just fine. Full set of rebuys for them. And TSM to move into this round with full-on rifles. They got 5 AKs. They have just as many smokes as you would need for an execute, but they also need a plan, a strategy to help them follow through with it.
So just the op for Peter this time. Silent has lost his. Silent, though, will be the man to watch as he's going to smoke there and flash, push up. A little bit of a gap. Oh, he's made some noise. He knows that he has kind of screwed up, so he starts to back off immediately. Legia, meanwhile, finding that opening kill onto Automatic. Finesse to trade out there. Still on board with Silent. Spraying down, spotting 3 players in a tight spot. And, yeah, can't even get back to the gun, and they'll hop over. Jack be quick. They've jumped over the candlestick there in Ivy. TSM have a man advantage.
Ivy is becoming overly fortified here, and I wonder if TSM are going to take their time here and simply re-aggress the same position. But it's good that they're waiting ultimately, because they know that the overreaction has come out. Tempest now moving down. Ooh, would this alert them to go the other way? Actually, it alerts Peter to take his attention away from them. And Tempest just walking down Ivy. He's actually going to catch Peter right way out of guard. Wow.
I suppose GOP was in charge of covering that other side for Peter, so as soon as he drops, Peter then can't hold his spot much longer. And now it's just Justin, who will not go up the ladder. Maybe trying to fake that out a little bit. Will peek out. Can't quite bring down. That was Twist, down to 16 HP. Justin going to run and not hit the showers, but go elsewhere. Maybe all the way back to T-spawn.
Maybe the toughest map to clutch on, period. 1v1 is the best example of that. Super difficult because it's noted by how easy it is to put the bomb down in almost any position and be able to watch it from almost any position. There's just way too many options as a terrorist.
There's just so much cover everywhere as well.
Yeah.
One of the few, well, really both bomb sites, out or more, so it's just like 360 defense.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is really the only map that has that.
Retake inner is quite common. It's the 1v1s are the hardest, and so 1vx's as well. But here's TSM with 7T rounds, making a real case for themselves. Again, actually win that round off of man disadvantage. If we remember, Legia got the opening frag.
And it's actually Finesse with the most frags in the server right now at 14. Justin, who has actually been consistent, you know, he was great on Overpass, and he has been more or less good here with 11 frags over on the CT side. So actually Justin and Silent both at the top where you want them to be. We'll see what Peter can do in the second half. That seems to be his forte. Gabi moving up, getting aggressive. Flash goes out. He spots quite a few, so backing off, and we do see Gabi, for the most part, really making these intelligent plays on this inner bomb site.
Yeah, he has failed a couple of times for sure, but is able to, most of the time, get that info fall off.
Legia wants to get aggressive. He's on the ladder. He's going to try to get that hop off, and Semphis will miss the shot. Legia wasn't even going. He didn't get that great of a jump off the ladder.
He didn't even have a flash to support him. He just kind of made that play.
So Semphis going to be a little upset about that one, perhaps. Sick now working out of ladder. Twist behind him is the one who gets the kill, and then is also brought down by the op of Peter, who was then surprised by Automatic, who'd gone up on top of the blue train. So we've got a 3-on-3 going into the outer yard with 50 seconds. Sick will bring down Gabi. He's the bomb carrier, so now he's planting, and Silent actually gets Sick from planting the bomb, but Sick then pulls out a gun and kills him. So now it's Legia, 1 versus 3. Pushing through Z connector, does get his first man, but shot in the back by FNS, who has that op.
TSM looking for 9 now. More than just a positive T-half. Oh, and it's NRG to have absolutely no money for this buy. Justin's going to be the only one with a rifle. Gob, so infamous with this Mag 7, was able to, off his rush inner, get 2 frags.
But I like it at least, you know. I think Justin just happened to have the money anyway. I wonder if he didn't, if they would have given him that rifle. Because he is supposed to kind of be the star rifler on this team. He'll have to make the difference here in round 15. And he's actually going to get aggressive in Ivy. Has smoked off, left a bit of a gap, trying to maybe funnel some players over to the other side and catch him off guard. But it's not happening just yet. Automatic waiting out there in T-Con. Semphis is jumping up on the pallet, did spot Silent, took a shot, but it went into the train instead, and okay, Sick will deal with that. So Silent's been brought down. TSM, some of the players getting quite low, but it's still 5-on-3. Peter really hoping that someone comes through the smoke. And now hearing the footsteps, Twist hitting the frag. Peter knows where they're going. That's the inner bomb site. Legia going to try to hold them off, and Peter can backstab. So, yeah, Peter finds one, and that'll give himself an op. Of course, the weapon he's known for. Legia moving forward brings down FNS. Suddenly, this is a very interesting man advantage to TSM, but look how low they are. Peter just shooting through the coils. I don't know if that's a read or maybe he saw him, but a fantastic shot nonetheless. Legia takes Automatic out of the air. They've tapped the bomb. They're trying to bait out Sick. Sick working his way in through the smoke. He's still gone unnoticed. One more smoke goes down. Sick had to have heard that they're on the bomb. He starts spamming, but he's off the mark, and Tracer's giving him away. Legia gets the kill, and wow, it was a 2v5?
2v5, I think so, yeah. I mean, TSM had 3 players who were like 1 HP, but easily any of those kills could have been traded, so that's a huge round win. Again, another eco converted or a force-up where they had about 2K apiece. Ah, not a round you should throw, not a round you should give up. Hate having to say that so many times.
That is true, man. So instead of a 9-6 half, which is more than enough on your T side, it becomes 8-7, very, very close, and we know that NRG are going to have quite a bit prepared on their T side, or at least I sure hope they do, otherwise we're going to sound foolish.
Yeah.
But based on what it was Relics who gave us that inside scoop on kind of how they developed their T side of Train, which was very effective against Liquid back at DreamHack Austin.
So many rounds, like just like every round that was won was almost just an awful round from the other team. That was like the first 2 rifles that TSM were able to win, 3v5 and a 4v5, and then even the third one actually was a 4v5. So NRG getting the opening frags on all those rounds, and then TSM winning them, and then NRG converting 2 force-ups after those rounds, kind of like the bonus round, right, where you get the one round that is put your opponents in a bad economic spot, and then they don't have enough money to buy, and then they win, and NRG convert 2 of those, so it it almost makes no sense. Ultimately, going tit for tat, though, favors anybody who's on the terrorist side of train every time.
Yeah, definitely. And now we get to see Peter, who, again, I think he actually got about 10 frags in the first half of Overpass and now the first half of Train. So not starting off quite as slow, but still not doing anything crazy spectacular. Will he just turn things around now? I mean, he was on the CT side to start with. Now he gets to go to the T side where the opping is maybe not as prevalent.
Yeah, it's this is one map where it's if you give up your opening kill to the Opera, or you're kind of a sucker, right? There are maps that is much easier and much more reasonable for terrorists to open up the round from, like Dust 2,
Dust
for
2,
example.
yeah. Especially if your name's Oscar.
Cash, for example, you have a little bit more leeway, a little less than Dust 2, but most maps it's very difficult as a T-side opper to be expected to get an opening kill. Train is one of those maps where it's just like wherever there's a time there's more CT advantages than T, or a lot more, and you can't really expect your opper to just like do it every single time, you know. And so yeah, he definitely has a lot less leeway here.
And to highlight some players throughout that first half, we actually had FNS with about 92 ADR and Twist 99. So Twist, I mean, I think actually like the first map he played yesterday, like his very first debut lane performance didn't go that well, but you mentioned he maybe had some sound problems. He seems to have remedied that because we've seen him be fantastic in almost every single map since then.
Yeah. I think he had it was the last map actually, or the first map of the series.
Oh, his sound was messed up today.
Yeah. So he had like this surround sound on or something on his PC, and then that's why he couldn't hear anything. That's why they made that like super weird rotate to A on Cash after that bomb plant.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, but he's been great. Sick has also been very good. I think he top fragged on Cash with like 25 kills, and here he's done all right. He's got 11 kills. The ADR is not the highest, but that's not really his job, right? Sick's that opening, the entry fragger, and he got 4 kills straight away. So, or 4 first kills, I should say. So that's pretty nice. Legia also playing well, but he had that one very questionable round when he was up in CT Sky. That was one of the rounds where you talked about, right? Where you just win on mistakes. And here's Gob B. Doesn't win this one, but he made them pay for it. That's for sure. He gets up in the hallways. Eventually, Automatic gets the best of him in that situation. Finesse, having snuck outside, finds 1, 2. The important kill there on Silent. Does end up getting 1 more, I believe. And this is Justin somehow with the P250. I think this is one of those full ecos that NRG won, right?
Yeah, it was. The first of 2.
Yeah. And that got them back on track. So, now finally getting into the second half, turning things around. All Kevlar for TSM. And just Legia going for utility there on NRG.
Upper bracket advantage on the line for both teams. Last half of the third map here. Splits as far down the middle as you possibly can ask for. Only to favor the terrorists, who are now CTs. Playing far back positions, similar spots to what we saw from NRG. The pistol on that round went to the entries of Twist. Double entry to turn into a pistol round win. Actually, it was a retake from NRG, wasn't it? They actually retook and won, didn't they?
Yes, I think that's what happened. Yep. And then they got anti-ecoed,
of course. They got anti-ecoed. So
or ecoed, 4 spot on, whatever.
Even better for TSM in that result.
Yeah, that led to them getting 3 in a row.
Wow, just really patiently waiting for pushes. I feel like they are convinced that they're going to come out, but are opting to just go dead silent and try to force a reaction. Here we are pushing out on the A site. Bob and Justin doing damage.
But Sick and Semphis answering back. Peter's push up to Red Train. A couple players on the CT side are low, but it's Twist to get 1 more. Peter has gone in between the towers of that bomb site, and a very convincing round there for TSM. They came to fight with all that Kevlar, and, well, they won the battles.
Each team knows exactly how critical that is. If we see a great T half from NRG, it's going to start on the first rifle and not so much the pistol. It's just the pistol is going to get them over the hump, and the fact that they had such a lackluster first half. TSM may or may not have met that quota, and we're going to find out.
Yeah, even though TSM don't get the pistol in the first half, the fact that they upset it on the second round, and then they've essentially won both pistols.
Yeah.
At this point on this map.
I think that's fair to say.
Yeah. As Legia with the Deagle, he will be the man in charge. Actually, Justin has 1 as well, if they can't find something. Peter, of course, not going to buy anything. He'll stay on the Glock. He wants that AWP as quickly as possible. They are poised for, once again, a quick outer take. No utility this time, though, which means perhaps no bomb plant. As All right, Justin, there he goes. Takes Sick out of the sky. Legia tried to put his deagle to work after FNS brought down 2, and the aim punch from the USP, that'll bring down Legia. Twist has pushed forward all the way to the blue train, and he'll turn. He gets Justin, the second kill of the round there for Twist.
Yeah, getting the opening frag, that gave him a little bit of hope, but it slowly depleted. Here's FNS. I wish we had a calm listening. I feel like he was saying something funny.
That was the most animated I've seen him this whole tournament so far. Then again, I am not looking at him constantly, but...
A little bit of thinking being done for NRG, a lot of talking. Probably, I mean, they want to deal with this round. You're never quite out of it. Like, full ecos are possible, even though unlikely. But who knows what they're discussing, whether or not be a rifle or this round.
Well, Gabi does have some nades here. Did he already have a smoke that he's thrown? It doesn't look like it. He's gone for HE and 2 flashes. The HE seems a bit odd. Where's he going to put it? There's Twist just moving up, finding 2, make it. 3, pulls out the deagle, looking for the 4th kill to sequence, and he will find it. Sick with the other kill, and it Twists. This guy's legit.
Twist on land. Absolute monster. And yeah, getting all those kills, really nice. It's just, those ones are just so decisive, and it makes it so much harder, this hole that NRG have to climb out of on T-side. Because now they're going to have to go up against a couple of buys in a row just to earn themselves a save. That's to do it on the hardest T side, one of the hardest T sides in this game.
Well, you will see that TSM, feeling confident, have held on to the FAMAS, have held on to the UMP. They do still have the op, and it's actually Twists who will be taking the op here. Semphis, the one to stay back on the submachine guns. So that's a little interesting. Twist will take the op over at Ivy, and you can see Silent on the other side of that, starting to work down and just maintaining that control.
I think we see the winner of this matchup play Optic in the third map today, or the third matchup today.
Correct. I like the name here on Twist's op, the Thunder op, fork in the outlet. It's a good one.
Sudoku gun.
That's secretly how I killed all the power in that hotel room. As Twist will find that opening kill, and he wasn't working alone either. He had a partner in crime, which is what you really want to see, the buddy system, right? And that was Sick to help him out.
Yeah, to guarantee that frag, to keep the op alive, to make sure that it can't be retrieved by the other team, and to maintain Ivy control. All those boxes are checked when you have a second person with you to perform a push like that.
Now Peter going to try to do what he can with his op. He'll actually smoke off Twist's location, but he's just going to flash. Think about maybe moving through the smoke. Hasn't done it yet. Finesse holding onto the site. He has been that actually star player this map for TSM. Holding off at the back of the site. Sick appears to be in the ladder, I think, and Finesse will fall. Yeah, Sick going to swing out wide, gets that free kill onto Legia, and oh my gosh, Gabi, he fails to get that trade. And that means TSM, they're still retaking, and it is train, so it's not great, but they do have a 3-on-2 advantage. As Peter, what a shot through the box there onto the face of Automatic. That'll even things up 2-on-2, but then Twist, another nice one. That's over the bomb site. And Peter, Semphis moves up close, and you could hear them celebrating.
Oh, I love that.
That was an important round.
I love that. Like, Twist just pre-firing that ladder so his teammate could push up and run in. That could bait a reaction from Peter, and I'm not sure if he didn't actually shoot off of that, but that covered footsteps for a moment, and I think that made an impact. At least forced him to think differently about what was going to happen. Maybe assume that there was no one up close. But either way, I feel like it was really nice to just take that shot. And Twist had a huge round just now. He got the kill, and Ivy stayed alive, got a second kill outside. I like how he dumped his utility after he got smoked out, and then performed the retake after getting shot down to just 20 HP or so. But Sick also.
Oh. Gabi stepping right on that grenade. Took 50 damage straight away.
But Sick also getting those 2 kills on the side of the bomb. He's just one of those players that if you take too long to kill him, I mean, he's
going to get you.
Yeah, he's going to get you. I mean, they even just took like 2 seconds, but he was able to let his recoil reset, get that second frag as well.
And a bit of an aggressive posturing here, and all on the kind of the right side of A site. Sick pushed up between the trains, Twist watching T-Con from the back of blue, and then Finesse on the back of green watching anyone come out of Ivy. And that is Legia, who's worked himself through the box all, somehow has got out onto the train, even landing a bit of damage at that range. He will pull out his M4. Legia picked that one up, but Finesse and Sick locking down outside. Twist the one to fall, but Sick, he's dropped the bomb. Silent, surprising Sick. And we've got ourselves a 2-on-2. Legia trying to get over to the A site. But that's Semphis there holding him, brought down to 2 HP. Finesse winning what could be the most important battle, and he'll intercept Legia as well.
Oh my god, if they lost another eco, I don't even know what I would say. But getting out into the site, Semphis has been missing a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, a lot of it, I'm not sure. But he's definitely missed a few shots. Yeah, 12 kills when having the op is ultimately people talk about oppers as having the people that you need to have an impact, and that's map dependent, sure, but it's basically because you're given a weapon that costs 2 times more than anyone else's rifle or close to it. I mean, 4750 for that gun. You're really holding everyone back to make sure that you can afford it, and then not putting it to work or forcing people to save because of it. There's a lot of decisions that revolve around your op and your opper. And there it is, Semphis.
All right, Semphis not going to be missing that one. And Twist also, we saw him doing, actually in the first rifle round here on the CT side, Twist really doing some great stuff with his op on that outer site, and he'll have it once again. So TSM going for the double op setup and getting really close to dangerous territory of closing this map out. They
were banking on the 4-1 and hoping that no one would be on top of Pop Dog, but it was Semphis to make sure that he was in Z for the beginning of the round, because I think NRG haven't made TSM feel like they're going to take outer really quickly, and so they felt a little bit more comfortable playing 2-3. So interesting that they tried to perform that read, but maybe they saw an opportunity considering last round Gob was able to make it out into the middle of the site.
And we actually haven't really seen NRG go for that fast outer take that we know they have. Maybe feeling that TSM can shut it down as Silent. That's a nice entry frag for him. He'll be kept at bay by the Flames. Twist throwing that down and looking the other way, looking to find an op shot. He's going to actually get him on the back hauls. Nicely done. He'll bring down Peter. So that's the op taken away from NRG. And it's TSM now with the man advantage. Sick from up top, getting one. Twist from Old Bomb. Brings down Gob B. And it's Justin all alone. Finds his man. Can he get any more? No, he cannot. Automatic going to put an end to that round.
Twist is just man of the match. He's just man of the match. He's winning this game for TSM right now. He's doing such a good job. He is throwing that molly down and holding his position until the molly was done and making sure that he took advantage of that instead of just like throwing his molly down and like run into a new spot because he got scared. I mean, you recognize no one's going to come through that fire, and so I can watch T-Con, I can watch Z, and then turning around and being like, all right, now that my molly's done, find a new position, push Silent out by that time into that spot and get that frag. It's just really good, patient, confident play, and it's saying a lot about this guy.
So, Finesse getting a little bit of aggressive, or thinking about it at least. Twist is able to get one, and Finesse coming up empty. Nice entry there from Legia. Justin as well. Legia continuing to move forward, but Sick will take him out. Semphis burning alive, and Gob B bringing down Sick. So a double kill for him, and then Automatic in a 1 versus 3 finds Justin immediately. His position now given up, and he's left in a 1-on-2, so this will be difficult. He smokes to be able to get out of ladder. Oh, but Peter going up top, seeing through that one.
They do take him down. No, a 1-on-3. It's not the type of round that you would expect someone to win, but again, it's NRG who have to, instead of just winning one rifle round, earning themselves a save and clawing way back into it, have to fight back against the economy that Solomid have fought so hard to build up for themselves. And because they've chipped away at them a couple of these previous rounds, they've actually got TSM in a spot where they don't have all that much money. One of the last rounds that they'll be able to buy for sure.
Yeah, and it's still an expensive one for them as they maintain the double op. So this could be an important. This is essentially TSM winning the map if they win round 23.
Definitely. Yeah.
And NRG staging the comeback if they win round 23.
Yeah, it's beyond the comeback possibility if this round is lost for NRG, no matter what.
So Peter going to go back, drop up. Don't stare at the sun, kids. Unless it's lining up smokes on train. Or does too. And he hasn't thrown it yet. So they're not quite ready to go. You can actually see Gob B. He's got the bomb over in ladder. Legia up there with him as well. Peter getting ready to throw the smoke. Justin, he's actually getting aggressed upon by Sick, and Sick will win that one. That's really going to hamper things for NRG moving forward on this round now with about 45 seconds to go.
Yeah, without T-Con control and you want to throw smokes outside, you just have to re-aggress and take your time. And now this Z smoke is going to dissipate, so everybody's got to start coming out. FNS, now pressure on him. Twist, though, to meet him halfway, and here he is with that second frag. Doesn't get a third.
Nice reaction there by Legia, but they're still left in a hard spot, and he's fortunate that Semphis missed that op shot. Twist is also there in the back hall, both of them looking down either side of Old Bomb Train. And now moving over to Ivy actually together. Semphis, yeah, it does take, oh, Peter hits his shot through the Ivy hallway, and he's coming out. Legia is able to take him down, now left 1-on-2. Semphis and Automatic, where's Automatic? Automatic's just creeping up underneath here. He's actually already got over to the bomb, and Legia, he's just going full man mode, jumping out there, landing in the smoke, pretending he's Batman. Doesn't work out.
And there it is. Yeah, Twist with another 2 very important frags. I mean, he's just getting important frag after important frag.
Yeah, what he had 2 big op kills on that
2
outer
big
yard
op kills,
defense.
yeah, on the retake. Retake frags, even more valuable. Clutch frags, retake frags, all in the same vein of importance.
And now we can see NRG falling on hard times, but they'll pull out the calculator and buy what they can. Legia even going to spend as much as buying that decoy for some reason, but it doesn't really make a difference. He's got the AK, Peter's got a Galil, the rest of them with pistols, and GobB actually has been oddly terrifying with CZs and USPs.
Yeah, he's really good with pistols.
I actually
for sure,
don't
yeah.
understand it.
He mentioned it a couple times. It's definitely true. He's somewhat of a beast.
Legia alone here in the halls for now. Automatic is actually the player. You can argue with one with quite a bit of an experience here, playing that inner sight for TSM. And it's 6 to find the first kill. Automatic, he will go down. Legia getting the entry onto the inner sight, and it's going to be a retake situation for TSM if they want to close it out. They're all very flash as they come through that Z connector, funneling out of CT as well. Another flash to go in. That's going to blind 2 of them. Legia hiding out on the ladder, and GobB looking to make the attack. Does find 1 for free. That's sick. With only 1 bullet, he's going to have to fall back to reload. Finesse, meanwhile, kills Silent. Semphis to fall, and we've got a 2-on-2.
Yeah, and GobB just giving up position, knows that he's made presence so far. Twist actually missing a shot, a rare miss from him.
As Peter going up the ladder, oh, jumps right off and landing the Glock shots onto Twist. Finesse gonna have to back up, and he will take that 1 op away, but NRG will extend their life here on map number 3.
I was gonna say something cheeky like, I predict that TSM win this map 16-8, but
wow, someone get this man some Nando's.
No, there's can't afford that.
Seriously,
nobody can afford that. But of course, NRG with no money put together a round on T side after losing multiple ones in a row.
Yeah, maybe to be expected after some of those rounds that went back and forth in the first half. And let's see what TSM can do, right? They still have the op. They put it out on Semphis. After watching this match, maybe they should have thrown it over to Twist. But I do think keeping those defined roles are important, so Semphis has it.
Yeah, Twist has just straight up had more impact, but maybe he's just ready for it. I don't know.
Semphis is posted up. He pushed in the upper catwalk of B. He's got the information that no one's coming that way. Silent finding 2. Finesse way downtown, down range, but Silent gets it anyways. Then he runs down the range, kills Twist. That's $1,800, and suddenly Semphis is alone with the op, just trying to hold it for next round.
Yeah, I mean, everyone he takes down as well is quite critical. Something they want to hold. I mean, TSM, yeah, they want to hold on to this op. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for them to get 3 kills and then lose this op. Even though they're constantly on match point, having not a great buy moving into the next round can always be just be a really big burden for you, even on the T side.
Oh, Semphis position given away there. Let's see. I'm just waiting for this Semphis face cam reaction. If he does go down, he's just gonna walk on through the smoke.
And like taking some damage. What's gonna happen right now?
Ooh,
Okay.
no scope back to the smoke, into the shadows, Semphis. Oh, oh, we got that face cam good.
Yeah, that was a good face cap.
He does finally die though. Someone give that cameraman a raise.
Yes. You know, and it's like he's not taking it too seriously. It was fun that he was able to get that first kill and lose the op. That kind of sucks, and they have to save now, but they still got 5 rounds to work with, and NRG have only won a single one on their T side.
And yeah, TSM another lackluster round here. Kevlar on a 2, nade there on Sick. See if this Deagle on Twist can do anything. I think, is that him just spamming the boards into those hallways? Trying to maybe, actually think he did do some damage. Leggy and Peter have both taken damage. An automatic just kind of floating in the open. He's going to be brought down immediately. And Sempis from behind. And that's how my life is with the CZ. Can't get those shots. Sick will drop the bomb, and oh no, this is interesting now. If Twist can come, okay, why do I even say it? Because he does. There's Twist with the 1 dig onto Justin. He has done it. And Finesse underneath catches one out of the air, can get the weapon on the fall. He's now got an AK and he wins it. Finesse to close it out with a 3K Twist. Of course, that deagle shot was insane as well.
Oh my gosh, that is.
Yeah, that's a hashtag not like this moment.
That's a not like this. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you know, to be fair to TSM, it was NRG to capitalize on them having to have to save, and there's God looking quite frustrated. Peter himself also. That's a tough loss.
Yeah, and that will be an elimination match as well. So NRG going out of it. TSM moving on to play Optic Gaming. I believe that was at 4:40 p.m. on the schedule, but I think that's going to be pushed back a little bit as FNS walking across to be the good sport. Sneak peek at Vansili setting up for his interview, because he is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a Vansili fan, he is here and he's ready.
I'm a Fansili.
He's looking fly. I'm a Fansili.
Fansili Nation.
That's what he should definitely call his subs, if he has any.
He's got subs.
Does he?
You got a sub in me.
I don't think we should sing. So yeah, Twist again, right? He's the. I wonder if we get to interview Twist, right? That'd be great.
Yeah,
he's 16. He doesn't look 16 at all. Maybe it's the glasses. I don't know. Like he looks.
I shook his hand, but I have no idea if he can even speak. Never heard his voice.
Well, who cares if he can speak? He can definitely frag.
That's true.
As he got 25 kills in that match. I think he had 20 on Overpass. See if my memory served me correct.
Semphis would have had like 45 kills if he hit all the shots that he was supposed to.
And even on Cash, he had 25 kills. So Twist, 25, 20, 25. That sounds like consistency to me over 3 maps.
What's
like,
that?
Is that consistency? We don't get to say that word a lot in North American CS.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's definitely proven it. Semphis was actually a really big part of their Cash performance, though. So that was nice to see. He did actually not very well on Overpass. And then Train. We kind of mentioned it that he was missing some shots. And it was actually Twist that arguably even had the bigger impact with the op.
Definitely. I would say 100%. And like some of those retake frags, that map could have been way closer if Twist didn't get half the kills he did.
Absolutely. I'm curious. Actually, I don't know who that Vansili is going to be talking to.
I think it's Semphis.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be Semphis. All right. So the man in charge. Hopefully Vansili will ask him about the, again, to bring it up, the lean protein-packed meals. Yeah, I want to know how many he ate, if they're all for him, if some are for the team. If you don't know what we're talking about,
he said you can't get them in.
Check out his Twitter.
I think it was that you can't get them in the States.
Or
wait, no, you can't get them in. I don't know. He lives in the States, right? No, I have no idea. He said something about that, but yeah, lean meals is the plan where they just like do custom order meals for you. And he's got like a mini fridge full of them. If you check his Twitter, you'll see a photo.
That's pretty smart. I wonder if he ordered them to the hotel pre-arrival, but maybe we can find out. We're going to go down to the floor. It's Vansili interviewing Semphis.
Thanks a lot, boys. Joining me is going to be Semphis. And Semphis, first off, let's start with your sigh of relief as we went on to the 3rd map, or give me your comments overall of your series against your opponents right now.
Well, the nuke ban, or the nuke edition, kind of screwed our veto system a bit because no one was really practicing nuke. We kind of asked for it in our scrim channel a lot, like, did anyone want to play nuke? But, you know, maybe one team was scrimming it. So even if we scrim the same team, you don't really know if you're good on it or not. So we could have just maybe forced them to ban it and gambled, but it's not worth the risk, you know. So our map pools got a lot better, but it's still not super strong. Like, Cash is probably our least practiced map, but somehow we've just been winning all our games on it fairly easily. So maybe that's the key. Don't practice.
Maybe. Let's talk about it first, because you said they eliminated Cobble, they chose Cash, but somehow you guys had a 9-1 lead to start. Now, from what I've noticed, it seemed to be a lot of mistakes being played by NRG first by doing those aggressive peaks, and I've noticed you guys have played it very passively in terms of your terrorist setup. Was that your match plan coming into this?
In my opinion, playing standard on CT cash is very hard. Like, if you watch any European games, you watch anyone, the people that just turtle on sites, they lose because the Ts can just easily take mid. Once they have mid control and you don't contest them or do any push on B or A off of the mid control, well, then you just go to A and you molly, a couple mollies in the site, tractor, whatever, and you just throw flashes, and it's really fairly easy to take as a T. That's why it's fairly T-sided. That's why you saw us run up a 9-1 lead. And in my opinion, we even could have got more. We just kind of made some individual mistakes. Sometimes when you're up 9-1, people get a bit like, oh, we won already, kind of giddy and, over peak, whatever. But yeah, on our CT side, I don't know if you noticed, we don't do stupid pushes where we're just like all running solo, but we kind of group up and, we are gambling a bit because if they went to the opposite side that we weren't pushing, there'd be less numbers there. But in my opinion, like cash CT is about the gambling unless you just are really good at turtling the sites.
Yeah, well, Simphis, you talked about taking mid a lot, but on cash, I've noticed that you guys really did some group pushes towards that B side or even towards A main. I didn't see a lot of that mid control. Is it something different from what you're explaining right now? I mean, you guys wanted to change a bit to do a little bit of more mid on your T side?
Well, we've all played these teams in scrims and stuff, so without giving away too much, I prefer mid control if I don't know what the other team does at all. But some of what we did was, counters and stuff like that. I mean, when you play the same teams all the time in North America, you know players' individual tendencies and like how they like to rotate, how they like to play. So that all plays a part in like how we play because, certain teams might have a strong opper or maybe he likes to play A and some oppers like to play B and some like to play mid. So you just kind of counter the op on cash, and in my opinion, countering the op on cash is fairly easy. It's probably my worst CT side opping because it's so hard. Like, no one goes anywhere without smoke, so either you go for an aggressive pick and you get it, or you get stuck in a site behind smokes, and then you're just sad. So,
Well, you're saying that you actually didn't. You have struggles usually playing on cash, but you actually had 106 ADR playing on that first map, so I think you played quite well in this series at least.
all T side though.
Exactly, yeah. But let's talk about leads, because we talked about a 9-1 lead on T side on cash. Now you had a 5-1 lead on overpass on T side as well. Now, it seems as though after a strong lead, things started not working so well for you guys, where we saw NRG starting to come back, and we've seen like these close games first on cash and now on overpass. What happened there?
I think we lost too many guns on the ecos, so we didn't have a stable economy throughout the game, and that was our fault. And Tim ended up clutching a 1v2, and then we lived with I2 guys on the next round. And, it was okay because we won the rounds, but it would have been nicer to win them cleanly, especially since I don't even think they had invested armor or anything on those rounds. And we had a decent start. We lost like the first round, and then we brought it back to 5-3, I think, like you said. Yeah. And at that point, I think they watched our demos and stuff, which I knew that they would do because that's what God B is kind of known for doing. And so I kind of tried to change what we did up and make it a little bit more puggy to counter the counter, but it ended up kind of biting us in the ass. I mean, honestly, I think the rounds could have gone our way, but if you look at how we played, it wasn't the same way that we played yesterday because I didn't want to play the same way as yesterday, if that makes sense. So I guess it's just about finding the balance, right?
All right, well, 2 more quick questions. First off, you were talking about how Tim had to go for clutches for victories, but somebody else that really stepped up in the series, that had clutches, that had takeovers, Twist. Yeah. Where does he come from? I mean, how did you scout him in his Kokona days with Ocean? Why did you pick him up? How does he mix into the strategy that you guys have with TSM, with you being the in-game leader now?
I don't know. He's just really skilled, I mean, both Sick and Twist, they still have this is their first land, so actually I feel like they're performing really well. If we came here and got O2'd, I would have been sad, but I also would have still want to go to more lands with them just because I feel like it takes, 2, 3, 4 lands really to get comfy. Mm-hmm. But I guess we've been boot camping at the Logitech office and stuff, so I think that might have helped Twist, play on different setups. Sick was in the house when we were in Vegas for a bit, so maybe that helped them out, like feel more not just going from your room directly so they could look at screens and stuff, because I'm a huge screen looker myself, and I think that's something that maybe people that haven't been to LAN, they don't do enough. You just look, like when you're rotating, you literally just look at your teammate's screen and you can see everything, right? And you can see where the people are moving, and so we still have a lot to work on. Like, we're not even close to being like fully polished, but You know, with me calling, I think the diversity is a bit better because before we were playing really, I'm getting off topic, but we were playing really strategic in the sense that we like all our rounds were strats, like smokes, flashes. If we didn't have the nades required, we often would just lose. And right now we still have all those strats because they still remember them all, and we still have like a document with all our strats and stuff that we can review and videos and stuff. you guys would be amazed at like what we actually have. But with me calling, I will call things that we've never even done before as like a counter mid-game, because sometimes your strats won't work. Like, for example, say you have a really good A execute on train, but they're playing E-box, sandwich, and ladder, and they're just destroying you. Well, if you don't have a strat, then sometimes you got a mid-game, you know, like either a more silent take because the cues of the smokes coming over the walls, I mean, it just gives it away for certain, if you know what you're doing a lot of the time. So we try to mix it up a bit, and I think it's working well. It's not 100% right now, but that's what like hopefully a boot camp in Europe or something would fix.
Well, it looks like it starts from how Twist adds to the team to how your mind is so tactical for CSGO. But it looks like you guys will be facing off against Optic next. I'm going to let you go back with your team, talk things out, and we'll see you guys in the next best out of 3 versus Optic. So I'm going to send it back to the desk with Puckett, James, and Garrett, and we'll see you soon. Congrats.
All right. Thank you, Van Cillian. Big props. Awesome interview from Semphis there. The result, not what you expected here, Garrett.
He talks more than you, James. Honestly, like, I should have stuck with what I said when I first came to this event, and I actually had a lot of faith in TSM. But then after that first performance, I just want like.
You flip-flopper this morning. I had so much faith in TSM. Now it's all gone.
They tear at my heart because of my fellow Canadians.
Right just a day ago.
Fellow Canadians, and they're tearing at my heart. You know, I'm now I believe in them because after watching that, like, their CT sides have been very strong. Besides the map that they played against Tempo on Cobble, every time I've seen them play over the last 4 maps they played, they've been strong CT side. They've been making smart decisions, and they would have destroyed NRG way harder if NRG didn't get saved time after time again by a single player just pulling something out of the hat. TSM would have demolished them on 2 maps if they didn't let Legia on Overpass do it and so on. Like, they got saved too many times, and TSM they should have won a lot easier than what the 2-1 shows.
Well, we saw another map where Finesse goes positive, TSM wins. But he wasn't the only key factor, although he had a great start to Game 3. The whole team seemed to play well, especially in the second half. They only allowed 3 rounds. James, how strong is TSM right now, and what do you think they could do against Optic Gaming later in the day?
That's going to be tough. I think Optic will take it, but what I saw was a mess. So many, they would get a pick and they would give it back. NRG would do it. It was kind of ugly Counter-Strike, but what you saw out of it was the TSM came through because they had, I believe, a higher skill ceiling right now.
Okay.
And I think that they, if they clean up even a third of what they just did, that could have been even a bigger landslide. So I think that they have a lot of room for growth, and so let's put this in perspective. This is the first LAN that 16-year-old and a 17-year-old has attended.
And if you remember, we had odds on that, and I gave 60% to Twist. Looking good.
I said 38 and 42.
Yeah.
So
I think
I'm winning right now.
So I would like to commend them in their first LAN performance. I think that they did great, like a heavy pressure LAN probably,
right.
You know?
They're playing fantastic for the first LAN. Fantastic.
Yeah, great. It gives me hope for NACS, young up-and-comers that are doing good.
And you'd like to see more teams take this advantage, especially a team like Winter Fox. Like, bring up these young talents and give them time to evolve and get to enhance their play to become those players instead of recycling players over and over again that they've had their chance and they haven't proven it. Give it to the young players that are really coming up out of nowhere. Yeah. And the teams that do that are the ones that pay off more than the others, like Stewie 2K.
Well, this is going to take a while. We're going to see possibly if Optic play TSM. You're going to see that. But
so this round I want to talk about real quickly. It was the last round of the half where this is where the experience and that really comes in with TSM. It was a 5-on-2. 2 of the guys inside right now, they got the advantage, but they all have no health. They just blindly ran down inside by themselves on a 5-on-2. When you see 2 guys right now, one is already out in the outside yard. He's scouting, but he's by himself, and these other guys with the bomb are running down inside lower, and they basically lose a 2-on-5 to 2 pistols. No utility, no nothing. If there was an M4 perhaps in this lower, those 3 guys could have got mowed down real fast because they had no HP. And it just shows that when you get these advantages with numbers, there's a minute left in the round. Why are we taking this hastily?
Well, it's their first land, that's why.
That's what I mean. That's why the experience need to come in. That's where Semphis or when Valence need to come in and be like, listen, regroup,
So
slow it down, ensure that we get this round. Because if they lost that round, if they lose CT Pistol, that could have been a completely different game. They obviously didn't have
They
it,
almost let
But there's
NRG
still
back
some
in.
holes. There's
Yes.
still some
Yeah.
holes that they
They're
need to
getting there.
clean up before
Yeah.
they play Optic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those mistakes that you just can't, like, in NACS especially, being up men, people get like, oh, we're up men, but it's just, they blindly go somewhere thinking they already have the round in the bag, but they throw it away like that, which should never happen.
And I know we've seen a lot of people in the chat, why are they so negative? Why do they only focus on the bad? Well, you guys are coaches, and you want to see perfection
yeah.
out of the NA teams, right? So we've seen some great play earlier in the tournament. Optic Gaming is one of the squads that has been looking very strong. The Brazilians getting excited
I love
behind
those
us. Win Out is getting ready to play in their match. And at that moment, I guess I should just say, guys, Selfless Win Out is coming up next. But congratulations, TSM is staying alive. They're playing Optic Gaming. Meanwhile, NRG is going to be our 3rd team eliminated. We'll find out who's staying alive. Selfless Win Out after this.